Well, you know how I'm all about saving you money and reusing the things you already have. Well, it wastes less, and why spend the money if you don't have to, right? Well, joining us now is Nicole Newman and Danny Christakos, who are ladies who are into recycling. They take old things and make new things with it. Actually, I stole your line, Nicole, right? Well, they're in the business of doing that, and their business is called the Vintage Heart. And I ran into some of their items, and I said, oh my gosh, we need to have them on to show us some things that we can reuse and make beautiful things. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
First, tell me a little bit about how you repurpose things and the things that you sell.
Well, it kind of started with a family vacation, and we ran into something and found it and thought, we can do that. We can find something old and turn it and make it something new. And it all started by finding some old ceiling tile and making it into something different and making it into something new. And so we kind of started with just pulling out a good tree out of the backyard and painting it and adding some ornaments to it.
Okay, so what would this be used for? This is kind of an example of something
exactly,
that,
like a centerpiece.
Exactly.
You can take this and use it every day in this as a centerpiece and change it per holiday, per season, for fall, for Christmas, for springtime, for Valentine's Day with hearts.
Okay, so break it down for me. So what you basically did was you got some tree branches.
Exactly. Painted them.
It. Okay. And what are these made out of, these little
That's
hearts?
the ceiling tile. From an old building that we have taken and recycled, and then we actually use old chandelier crystals, and they're lead-free, and we just hang them on there, and it's just a great way to get a little sparkle.
All I can say is, doop. Look at that. Okay, now what's this right here?
So this was like Grandma's old silver tray, and so we took it, and with chalkboard paint, actually you can paint the center, and then you can write on it. If you're going to do it, if you're going to serve something, you can actually write what you're going to serve as you're serving it right on there. And then we have an old breadboard that we did the same thing. We just applied some chalkboard paint, added the old recycled tin, crystals.
Gosh, okay, but hold on, I'm going to go back to this real quick. So you put black paint on this?
Yep. Chalkboard paint.
No way, that's it?
That's it.
Oh my gosh, and then what about here? What did you...
Chalkboard paint, only they colored it for us.
Oh, wow,
so
that is really cool.
It's a tinted chalkboard paint.
Okay, now what, I was stuck on this one still. Now what is this made out of?
This is an old breadboard.
Okay.
Just like, or like a pizza board that they would put in the oven.
Oh, yeah. So it's just something that you could put as an accent piece in your house. I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, now, Danny, you were going to show us how we could actually make some picture frames.
Yep. This is a frame that we got at Michael's, just 99 cents. And what we've done here is we've taken some old books that you might have at home, and we've torn them into pieces. And what you can do is you can just use a simple Mod Podge product, and you will just take a little, try not to make too big of a mess here.
Okay, now Mod Podge, I know that's kind of...
Mod Podge is a product that you would get at Michael's. It's just kind of like a tacky, glue-like material that dries clear. So what we would do is we'll take a little Mod Podge, and we're going to put it...
I always thought Mod Podge was actually a slang word.
No.
It's actually a product.
It is actually a product. So we're going to paint some Mod Podge. We've done a couple pieces here. And basically you're just going to apply it over the paper and fold the edges. And of course, you know, you've got to use a lot of layers here. But you get the idea is,
right, exactly.
You know, once it's dried, it looks like these pages here. And so, you know, you can use these on your wall, you know, layer them. My daughter's got a couple old frames on her wall. You don't even have to put glass in them. Just find your favorite picture. And this can be done with an old book that you would have and just a 99-cent frame. Here we've done the same thing with some old barnwood frames that we actually sell our product, but you know, we've adorned them with vintage ceiling tin, and you know, you can do a similar idea at home. So
that's a pretty cool concept. So you take something old and create something new, but at the same time it kind of looks vintage.
Yeah, exactly.
Hence the name, the Vintage Heart, which is the name of your business.
Right,
okay. And people can mainly find your products on your website, and there's a couple stores that you sell your products in locally.
Exactly.
Okay, well that is great, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing. Hopefully that got some of your creative juices flowing out there. And if you